Hello again, 401, 402, and 403 scholars, parents, everyone. Here we go. This is the live video for test 2 of algebraic thinking. Algebraic thinking. This test had a lot to deal with, and I'm going to share my screen again. It had a lot to deal with factors. Factors, composite numbers, prime, and product. I'm going to go through these very, very quickly. However, you will still be able to see the answers. I'm going to be writing in the text, the actual box that's here. For number 1, it says, so you're choosing from the word bank A, B, C, or D. It says number 1, a blank number is a number that can only be divided by 1 in itself. That number is prime. Prime numbers. Prime numbers can only be divided, a number that can only be divided by 1 in itself. For example, 1, 3, 5, 7, 23, 2, 101, and so forth. Those numbers can only be multiplied or divided by 1 in itself. Only 1 times 5 can get you 5. You know, that's basically what that means. So that's prime numbers. Number 2 says blank of a number are more than 2 numbers multiplied together to find the product. That is a factor. That is a factor. Yes, that is a factor. I'm going to go back and I'm going to also make sure I'm typing in the letter that it corresponds to. Yes, that is a factor. A factor is 2 numbers that can be multiplied together to get a product. A product is the answer to a multiplication problem. For example, to get the number 26, that's a bad example, I'm sorry. To get to the number 36, a factor of 36 is 6 times 6. 2 numbers that if I multiply together will give me 36. So number 2 is D, factor. Number 3 says a blank number is a number that has 3 or more factors. That is composite. Composite. Composite numbers are numbers that have more than 2 factors. You know, for example, they say 3, but technically 3. Yes, 2 or 3. For example, 9. 9, if I multiply 1 times 9, that is 1 factor. That is 1 factor pair. 1 and 9, the numbers 1 and the number 9 are 2 numbers, which is 2 factors. Also, 3 times 3 gives me 9. So 1, 3, and 9 are all factors of 9, which makes 9 a composite number. Another way to think about composite numbers is if it can be multiplied more than 1 way. So how many ways can I get to 12 if I multiply? 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. On the flip side, 12 times 1, 3 times 4, or 4 times 3, and 6 times 2. So it has more than 1 way to get to that multiplied number. So 3 is C, composite. By process of elimination, number 4, a blank is a number that is the answer of 2 factors of a multiplication problem. That is product. I'm going to make this a different color for you. product, which is D. I'm sorry, B. A product, which is the answer to a multiplication problem. So there you go. Prime numbers is a number that can only be multiplied or divided by one in itself. A factor is two numbers that can be multiplied to get a product, to get an answer of a multiplication problem. For example, to get to 15, 1 times 15 equals 15. So 1 and 15 are factors of 15. Number 3, composite numbers. Composite numbers are numbers that have more than one way to get to that number. If I multiply numbers more than one way, I can do that. For example, I'll use an easy one, 16. 1 times 16, that's one way. 2 times 8, that's two ways. And 4 times 4, that's three ways. More than two ways to get to the number 16 if I multiply. And again, the product is just an answer to a multiplication problem. I'm going to clear my screen so I can move on to the next problems. Number 5, 6, and 7, and 8 is basically determining if the number is either prime or composite. And remember, and I will write this in a text box so you all can see, prime numbers equal one way to get the answer, one way to get that product, meaning can only be multiplied by one and itself, and composite equals more or two or more ways to get to the product, meaning product equals answer to multiplication problem. I also like to say equation. Yes. So let's look at 23. I'm going to select these so I can move these over. I'm going to draw a factor tree. Let me use blue. So 23. How many ways can I get to 23? 1 times 23. And that's it. And if it only has one way, that means this answer is prime. Yes? I'm going to do number 25. I'm sorry, 25, number 6. I'm going to draw a factor tree. I know that I can get to 25 by doing 1 times 25. I also can get there by 5 times 5. Yes? So that's one way, that's two ways, which means if it's more than two ways, it is composite. Yes? I'm going to do 50 over here. Make my tree. I can do 1 times 50. I can do multiple things, 10 times 5. Which goes to show you that there's already more than two ways. I can do 2 times 25. And that will also give me 50. So that's one way, that's two ways, that is three ways. So if it's more than two, it is composite. Number 18 is 19. That is a 9. I mean, that is a 1. What times 19 would give me 19? Excuse me, 1 times 19. Only one possible way. If it's only one way, it is prime. So I basically just broke apart the numbers and looked at the factors. These that I'm circling in red, these are factors. These are factors. Yes, factors. Factors. Yes. So number 5 is A, number 6 is B, number 7 is B, number 8 is A. I'm going to clear my board so we can move on to the next problems. Sorry for these pop-ups that's popping up. Moving on down. Number 9 and number 10 are just like it. You know, if I do 80, I'm going to do another color. I know that 1 time 80. And just to do 2 to show you that this number is also composite, I can do 2 times 40. I can also do the ones that students probably know the most, 8 times 10. There's 3 possible ways. If it's 3 ways, then you know it is composite. So number 9 is B. And number 10, I'm going to clear off this. Number 10 is 12. Again, I know that 1 times 12. And I know 6 times 2. And I also know 3, that's a 3, times 4. If it's more than 2 ways, then it must be composite. So there you go. Number 9 and number 10 are both B. Yes? I'm going to do number 11. Number 11 says, what are the first 5 multiples of 3? Multiples. A multiple, I don't know why people popped up, is a multiple, and I want to give you the real 4th grade math terminology. So give me 1 second to pull up the definition of multiple, so you all can be very clear on multiple. So a multiple is what you get after multiplying two factors. Yes, a multiple is what you get, is what you get, the digit, I should say that, the digit or the number you get after multiplying two factors. So for instance, I want to know the first 5 multiples of 3. So 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. Yes? 3. Boom. Boom. Hopefully I have enough space to show you what I did. Yes. So these are the multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. They're the first 5 multiples. So number 11 is B. Yes, I just do my multiplication facts. Yes, multiplication facts is super, super big and important in 4th grade. Please start practicing and knowing those multiplication facts. I cannot stress that enough. Yes, I'm going to clear my screen and move on. Remember, we're going to try to, okay, I'm going to remember that. We're going to clear my screen. Moving up. Okay, so again, multiples is the number that you get when you multiply 2 factors. So it says, what are the first 5 multiples of 5? We're easily just going to count by 5s. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. This links directly to C. There you go. Again, the first 5 multiples of 9. I'm going to do my multiples of 9. I'm going to multiply 9 times 1, 9 times 2, 9 times 3, 9 times 4, 9 times 5. I will get 9, 18. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 5 is 45. This is answer choice A. Answer choice A. Number 15, list all the factors of 10. All the factors of 10. Factors are different than multiples. Multiples are the number that you get when you multiply 2 factors. Factors of 10 is what time what. If I multiply 2 numbers, what 2 numbers gets me to 10. So I'm going back to this tree. I know 1 times 10, right? And I also know 2 times 5. And that's it. So 1 is a factor. 2 is a factor. 5 is a factor. And 10 is a factor. 1, 2, 5, and 10. Which is answer choice C. 14 is C. Then it says, going down to number 15, list all the factors of 36. Again, I want to do this tree. I know 1 times 36. I know it's a lot of factors for 36. 2 times 18. So I know it's not just A. I know that 7 is nothing times 7 equals 36. I know 3 times 12 equals 36. I know 4 times 9 equals 36. So right now I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 times 6 equals 36. So I know 6. So automatically I can get rid of C because I know C doesn't have 6 in it. And I know 9 because 4 times 9. I know 12 because 12 times 3. I know 18 because 18 times 2. And I know 36 because 1 times 36. So number 15 is B. You have to list out all the possible ways you can get multiplying to get 18. Then it says number 16, list all the factors of 9. It's only 2 possible ways. 1 times 9 and 3 times 3. So 1, 3, and 9 are all factors of 9. So 16 is A. Factors are the numbers that you multiply to get the multiple or to make up that fact family. Remember that multiples are what you get when you multiply two factors. Prime numbers, again, are numbers that can only be multiplied by one in itself. Composite numbers can have more than 2 ways to get to that number by multiplying. Product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So we're good on that. Here are the last 2 problems. I'm going to clear my screen. Scrolling down to the last 2. Patterns, 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 patterns. Patterns are really big. So please pay attention to patterns. This says add 5, subtract 2, starting with 9. I got 9. The first thing is I have to add 5. I get 14. Yes, 14 is my first number. Then I have to subtract 2. I get 12. 12 is my second number. Going back, I have to add 5. I get 17. 17 is my third number. Then I subtract 2, and I get 15. Answer choice, C. I gotta add 5. 9 plus 5 equals 14. 14 minus 2 equals 12. 12 plus 5 equals 17. 17 minus 2 equals 15. Answer choice C. Number 18, I just multiply by 3. 1 times 3 is 3. So 3 is first. Multiply 3 times 3 equals 9. Multiply by 3, 27. Answer choice C. Yes, be sure to keep that pattern. It states it. You have to be able to follow that pattern. Yes. So there you have it, you all. There you have it. I'm going to clear my screen. I'm going to stop sharing. There you have it. I just gave you each step-by-step direction and the answer to solve test number 2 from Mastery Connect. This test will also be reopened for you all on Mastery Connect, so you all can go back through. If you did not get Mastery or Near Mastery, you will have a second chance to get Mastery and Near Mastery on these 2 different assessments. I will be generating a new code. There will be a new test code. So be prepared to re-enter a new test code into Mastery Connect. Again, you all, please feel free to call me, text me, if you need help on any of this math packet or information that I'm sending. Please know, and I'm going to say it here with my voice so you know, I will be going over the Shelby County Weekly Guide packet for this week. I will be going over that. If you need that link, please let me know, parents. Shelby County is only distributing hard copies of that Math Weekly Guide on Mondays and Tuesdays from 11 to 1 o'clock. That's it. I will be gladly to send the link out so you can print it on your own and download it on your own. But if you really want a physical copy, they only pass them out Mondays and Tuesdays from 11 a.m. to 1. Please, scholars, it is your job to do your work. It is your job to do your work. This is technically still school. This is not a vacation, scholars. Please do your work. This work is being submitted to my grade book, and you know, and I'm so transparent about turning in our work on time. So please turn in all of your work, scholars. Thank you so much, parents. Thank you so much. Please feel free to call me, text me anytime, Missionary Clowns Dojo. There you have it. Have a good day. Remember, stay safe. Thanks. Bye.